Hey guys, welcome to the Doom 1 episode 1 ranking video. So we're gonna be ranking every knee deep in the dead. I can't do it with this. Every knee deep in the dead level. So I'm not only doing. I need to get in the game. I'll do the rest of the episodes for different videos, but for now we're just doing knee deep in the dead. But I strongly recommend you check those out once they come out. So keep an eye out for those. Anyways, so we're gonna be ranking every single level in episode 1. So that is 9. Yep, 9 levels. So yeah, anyways, I'll see you once we get to the worst level. Bye. Anyways, now we move on to E1M6. This is the only episode or map in episode 1 that I would call bad. It's just very tedious in my opinion, Yeah, so yeah, anyways, let me just talk a little bit of it. In my opinion, it's just way too long. And there's some rooms like this one that just are freaking tedious. I mean, everything about this map is tedious. Like, for example, you gotta, do something to open the door. I don't know what you do. I think you have to do something. Anyways, it's very weird. Anyways, yeah, watch this footage while I just ramble on. This map is just boring, in my opinion. The design's not bad. The map design's not bad, definitely. Not for sure. But it's just the only tedious Doom 1 map in my opinion, and it's just not good. Yeah, and it's also the longest one, and it also drags the longest, Especially this maze. Like, this maze, mazes are absolutely terrible. Literally in everything that they are in. So, but it's still not a bad. It's not the worst map in Doom 1, especially in every Doom game. But it's not good. It's, 5 out of 10, probably 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 map. It's not great, but could have been worse. But I feel like it's not that bad. It's something I can tolerate at the very least, but that's not saying that's good. I may have exaggerated when I called it bad, but nah, it's just very tedious. But it's really not that bad. Although this room right here that in the footage, it gives me basically a lot of the rooms in this map give me an aneurysm. Anyways. Yeah, anyways, we're approaching the end, and we're going on to the next other one, which is better. It's still not the greatest, but it's not bad. Anyways, yeah, once we get into that, once I, finish murdering pinkies, anyways, on to the next map, which is slightly better. Alright, so now we're at E1M7. This one is, it's kind of like E1M6, where it's not that great, but it's not as dire, and I don't think it drags as badly as E1M6, but it's also not as good, but it's also just not good. Anyways, yeah, it's one of those levels where I don't care about it. I could take it or leave it. Anyways, yeah, it's just not much to it, not very memorable, but it's inoffensive. It doesn't do anything completely wrong, unlike its brother, which comes before it. I think that level is not great at all. It's also the level before the boss battle, so you're just kind of sitting there being like, just get me to the last level already. I hate this level. That's basically what I felt like when I played it for the first time. Like, just let me beat the game already. Or not beat the game, beat the episode. Close enough, though. Anyways, yeah. It's pretty funny, though, with, the 3 million pinkies, though. Yeah, just watch the gameplay footage, Sorry, it just came at me. Anyways, yeah, difficulty is definitely pretty spicy. I think it's probably the hardest episode 1 level, I would say. So, I appreciate it for being pretty spicy. but not also like to the point where I want to die. But like, you know, actually I want to do the opposite. I want to live because of how much imps are freaking punching me in the face, and the shotgunner's shooting me. Ow, my back! It's been blown by a shotgun. Anyways, yeah, you know, anyways, conclusion, not a good map, but not a bad map. It's just mid. Just the definition of mid. So yeah, let's just get on to the next one. I was about to spoil what the next map was, but I'm not gonna spoil it. So, you know, let's just get on to the next one, which is better. Anyways, we are at E1M3. It's it's not mid. It's not like, it's a decent level, but it's the least decent level in the game. I'd say it's like perfectly the least decent level in the game. I already said that, but I gotta say that again. Like, it's the definition of least decent. I don't know what that means, but I would just keep on repeating it. I think what that means is that it's a good map. It's just that I do not want to replay it. It's just one of those levels where it's like, sure, it's good, but like, I don't really care. Yeah, not really much memorable stuff, but it's, I mean, maybe, well, it's not exactly like unmemorable, but it's also not like, you know, it's literally everything about this level is, I have so many mixed thoughts about this level, because at the same time I think I like it, and at the other time I think I don't like it. So yeah, yeah, just probably the most mixed level in my opinion, but I think it came out to be decent, you know. Anyways, let's just get on to the next one, you know. Alright, E1M5. This one is decent. It's not really memorable in my opinion, but it's just fun. It's just pure fun. You know, nothing really wrong about it too much. I could say that, it could have been, I don't really have any problems with it. My only problem, if I had to say, is that maybe a couple of the rooms are just annoying. Like, some of the rooms in the map is just atrocious, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not like, you know, like game destroying bad, but, you know. But anyways, other than that, pretty cool map, you know, nothing wrong about it, pretty fun, pretty simple. Or, well, maybe not simple, but it's, well, it's stuff. Anyways, yeah, I just anyways, yeah, I wish I didn't, like, make these clips as long as I did, but, you know. Anyways, yeah, yeah. Oh my, oh! Ow, my head. I don't know what I just did, but it felt really uncomfortable. Anyways, yeah, I also like this room with a bunch of imps. I like the end room where you gotta go through a maze, but it's not that bad because you can find the light amplification goggles pretty easy. But yeah. Yeah, you can just find the light amplification goggles pretty easy, so it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, let's just move on to the next one. Alright, so we're at E1M9. This one is pretty good. I'm a bit mixed about it, because on the one hand I think it's good, and then on the other hand I think it's pretty tedious and drags on a little too long. But yeah, that's really my only problem. Just drags on too long. Other than that, it's pretty fun to play. on a first playthrough, it was pretty, you know, hard to realize what I was doing because, you know, you can get a bit confused with what to do. But, anyways, yeah, it's still a really good Doom map. You know, you get good. And there's definitely a noticeable difficulty increase from the previous 3 maps. And yeah, it's also the secret level, so that, you know, that gives it extra cool factor. And yeah, you know, just pretty cool. Don't ignore that I died right there, but I didn't die right there. That was just that was your imagination. And yeah, you know, just overall pretty good Doom map. Map design is cool. It's pretty fun to play. It's not too long. I mean, it can drag on a little bit, but it's not like long. It's like 3 minutes long, which, I mean, is pretty long if you're not going for all the secrets and stuff. We're taking your time. Anyways, let's just move on to the next one. Okay, so we're at E1M4. I like this map. It's pretty good. It's pretty decent. I want to consider it one of my favorite Doom maps in general, but it's definitely somewhere in the middle of Doom maps that are just, you know, fun to play. That's really about it. Map design of it is pretty good. It's, you know, I mean, to be fair, that goes for literally any Doom 1 map. I feel like the map design in Doom 1 just aged like fine wine. Anyways, yeah, it's also pretty short and simple, which I like maps that are short and simple. And, yeah, because my brain cannot process maps that go on for more than, like, 20 minutes. And, yeah. Yeah, again, can't really say much. Just watch the gameplay footage. Yeah, let's just move on to the next one. I'm saying yeah like every 5 seconds, but let's not worry about that. Anyways, we move on to E1M2. This one is a really great map. It has my favorite secrets, which, I mean, that doesn't really matter, but, like, the secrets on this map are just very fun to get, and the map itself is pretty fun. It's definitely a slight step up in terms of difficulty from episode 1, and yeah, I mean, it's not much of a difference, but like it's definitely more of a, you know, you gotta be, you know, slightly better, you know, gotta be, you know, you gotta lock in a little bit, not much, just a little bit. But compared to episode 1, we're really just easy. Anyways, yeah, that's all I really gotta say about this map. It's short and simple, and let's just get on to the next one. Oh yeah! Anyways, we move on to E1M1, possibly the most iconic Doom map. The only reason why it's not number 1 is that it's a bit too easy, but to be fair, it's the first level in literally every Doom game. And it's also just kind of short. But, you know, that's really it. It's great. Every map in this thingy, every part of this map is goated. It's pretty fun to play. It's just, the open-end shot is very iconic. Everything about this map is iconic. And yeah, it's just peak. It's peak. But it's not number 1 because it's, you know, a bit too easy. Especially on Hurt Me Plenty, but not too big of a deal. Anyways, let's move on to what I consider to be the best Doom map. Anyways, here we are at E1M8. This is the best Doom map in my opinion. Not only is it iconic and not as iconic as episode 1, but it's also fun and a decent challenge. Or at least when you're doing a pistol start at the very least. Or just have no ammo. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty challenging. You know, you fight 2 Baron of Hex on this level. And yeah, they're pretty challenging. So are the Pinkies that are pretty challenging. And yeah, just a pretty challenging Doom map overall. Yeah, anyways, you don't get much to fight the Baron of Hex with, but that makes them even more of a challenge if you're doing a pistol start there. Yeah, and it's also just a really great introduction to the Baron of Hex, obviously. And yeah, it's also just has some great map design, you know. Yeah, and it's just really fun. It's honestly my favorite Doom map to replay because of how simple and fun it is. Especially with the Baron of Hex, because that fight is very, very rememberable. or memorable. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, anyways, we're approaching the conclusion of every single episode of every single Knee Deep in the Dead episode. So yeah, yeah, I can't really say much else. Just a really good Doom map. Pretty good. Maybe even one of my favorite Doom maps in every single just in general. And, yeah, anyways, we're moving on to the conclusion. Alright, so those were the pretty cool episode 1 levels. And, yeah, let's just go through all of them and what I think about all of them. 9th place, we got E1M6 Central Processing. It's, the only one I would call kinda mid. And 8th, E1M7 Computer Station. It's kind of like E1M6, but not as bad. And, yeah. 7th place, E1M3 Toxin Refinery. It's not bad by any means, but I don't like it, so it's just kind of right in the middle. 6th, E1M5 Phobos Lab. It's pretty decent, but, you know, just not really memorable or sticks out. 5, E1M9 Military Base, the secret level. It's pretty cool, but, you know, not much to it, but, you know, it's good. It's really good. E1M4 Command Control. Really good, and, you know, pretty cool difficulty increase. You know, that's where the difficulty starts to get a little bit spicy. And then 3, E1M2 Nuclear Plant. Just really good map. No issues with it. 2, E1M1 Hangar, aka the one I'm in right now. The most iconic Doom level probably ever, because it's the first time you know, play Doom. Anyways, number 1, E1M8 Phobos Anomaly. It's the Baron of Heck battle, and it's just really fun, and also iconic. Anyways, so yeah, thanks for watching the map ranking video, and again, I would strongly recommend you watch the next 3 episodes, you know, Die Flesh Consumed, Inferno, and then Shores of Heck. You know, anyways, I'll see you in those 3 episodes, but thanks for watching.